Slovakia's opposition says that dismay with the government of Robert Fico has reached a boiling point, and that the European Union needs to remain vigilant of the government's reforms. In recent days, thousands of Slovaks have taken to the streets to denounce government decisions they say undermine freedoms and the rule of law. They include the dismissal of the heads of the National Theatre and Gallery by hard-right Culture Minister Martina Simkovičová, and the dismantling of the National Crime Agency, moves opponents say are symptoms of a broader crackdown.
We've heard also from the mouth of Prime Minister is that he is calling liberalism, progressivism a cancer, quote unquote. So clearly there is a frontal attack on freedom of expression, arts, culture, and especially rule of law, which is very much a concern for the European Commission.
Since returning to power last October, Prime Minister Fico has sparked outcry for overhauling the country's criminal code and dissolving the Special Prosecutor's Office, prompting mass protests over the winter. He is also expected to disband the National Crime Agency, which was handling high-profile corruption cases in which he himself was involved. Last week, Fico's Justice Minister also brokered the release from prison of a former special prosecutor convicted on charges of corruption and bribery. Brussels has taken no action yet.
The European Commission so far has been very careful not to draw a line of attack on the government, and that has been made much more difficult for the Commission because of the recent assassination attempt on Mr. Fico himself. So they had to draw a very careful line between legitimately criticizing the actions of the government that stand at odds with some of the fundamental principles of the EU, especially the rule of law, but on the other hand, not giving into the hatred against Mr. Fico himself.
The Commission reprimanded Slovakia for backsliding on the rule of law and media freedoms in July. In the past, it has withheld EU funds from member countries such as Hungary for similar violations.